from Ranana, Israel. So nice to see you all again, virtually. I feel your presence in your mat, and I'm happy that there is one more day that we can do this together, that we have the ability to get out of bed and do something proactive. I thank all of the coaches that have been teaching beautiful classes. Definitely helps me. And are you hearing any background noise?
Yeah, Batia, shut it.
Yes,
turn
I have to shut that down.
Cancel the iPad because it's.
Yes.
And it's also slowing down your connection.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. All right.
Much better. Much better.
So today's class is going to be upper chest and shoulders. I think all of this staying home is creating a little bit more tightness between the stress, the sitting, maybe for some of you all day, working on your computers and not getting enough movement outside is creating a little bit more shoulder, upper chest tension. So I'm going to invite you today to open that and feel a little bit more free on your movement, on your body. For this class, I really do recommend that if you have not grabbed them yet, try to find something that looks like blocks, books, or anything that you can improvise at home. And a belt for today is more than suggested because I'm going to be using it a lot. So scarves make perfect props, or just a regular belt that you use with your jeans. And also these are great if you have one of these stretchy bands, or get creative. And also a towel. So not a hand towel, but a bath towel. Highly, highly recommended to get the most benefit out of the class. So I invite everyone to find a comfortable position. If you can sit with your legs crossed in front of you and use your towel or your blanket to sit a little bit higher. The reason I say that is because many of us will be sitting like this otherwise, and I want your pelvis to be able to tilt forward as you sit and your spine to grow tall. So it's easier when you're elevated. Now, once you're elevated, make sure you're sitting in the edges of your blanket. Otherwise, it's the same thing and you don't gain that height in order to elevate your upper chest, your spine. And it also allows our body to have more space to breathe. And we've been talking about the importance of breathing with awareness, especially now. It's always, but especially now, we have to allow a conscious breath to exist because it will pick us up, it will make us feel more alive, more present. So we will start our practice, as always, with some conscious, mindful breathing. Close your eyes. You can put your palms on top of your knees. And begin to draw your attention inward. Notice your breath without judging or changing anything. And notice where in the body you feel the breath. And by that I mean maybe you feel it on your chest, in the back, on your belly. Just notice. Become curious about your own breath. And as you continue to breathe in and out of the nose, notice if you can lengthen your breath. Evening it out with the exhale. And as you continue to do that, I'm going to be counting for 5. And I hear some background noise. So if somebody's not muted, or Jordan, try to get the background noise off. So inhale through your nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take 2 more of those cycles of breath to whatever is comfortable for you. It could be longer, it could be shorter. One more breath. And then begin to open your eyes and roll your shoulders towards the back, circle, and reverse it forward. I just want to add that today's class is not for people that have major shoulder injuries. It's more for tightness and releasing tight shoulders. So be mindful if you do have a shoulder injury, take it only to where it feels right, and that always applies for everyone, but it's really important. And you might feel your shoulders from also strengthening and using all your upper chest tomorrow. Okay, we're going to start. You can use a block if you want for this. You will start by putting your left hand on your left block. External rotation, that means looking more towards the back. And then right hand is going to inhale, moving in towards your hand or your block. And as you exhale, you'll open and continue that big circle with your arm. You can follow with your gaze. So inhale, bringing the hands forward to the side, open over. Exhaling as you release. 2 more times. Inhale, big circle. Exhale as you open and complete the circle. 1 last time. Inhale. Juicing our shoulder joint. And release. We'll do the other side. So if you're using a block, place it on the right side. External rotation of the arm, so it's not looking forward, the shoulder is open. Left hand to the side. Inhale, start the circle. Maybe follow with your gaze your arm. Exhaling as you come down and over. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, 1 last time. Inhale. Exhale. Put your fingertips in your shoulders. And again, move your shoulders. Juice those joints. Big circles towards the back. And reverse. Might hear some cracking, it's okay. And release, shake them up. Okay, put your blocks to the side. And if you are seated on a blanket or a towel, just open it so you can have a little bit of cushion for your knees. No, I'm sorry, we're gonna do one thing before we do that. Open your blanket and then roll the blanket like a long taco. And place it 3/4 up from your mat. And come into your back. This long log is gonna be around your shoulder blades. So underneath the armpits, not above, okay? 3/4 of the way. And release the head behind. If you rolled it and it's too much, unroll it 1 roll, just till you can comfortably place the back of your skull on the ground and bring your arms into cactus over the blanket. Feeling the expansion of the chest. And I want you here to breathe 3 cycles of breath. Feeling your breath expanding, not only up and down, but also towards the side. So feeling your rib cage expanding outward. Take 2 more breaths. And on the next breath, we're going to come up and start warming up our core. So as we move up, you engage the belly and you lift the chest and the arms, only so your palms can face forward. And as you exhale, you resist it and you slowly return down the head and arms to the ground. Again, inhale it here. Exhale, move up, contracting the belly. Squeeze your belly when you lift. And then slowly release. Breathe in with no movement here. Exhale, squeeze your belly. Come up. Releasing in the inhale. Long, deep breath. And one last time, squeeze the belly and come up. And then release. Turn your knees to the right. Come onto your knees. And now you can open up the blanket if you need some cushion. Use it. And come into all fours here. We're going to start moving our tail from side to side. We're going to bring the left hip towards the center as we try to move the left shoulder towards the hip. So creating a reverse letter C. And then come back to center. Keep your belly up towards your spine as you move into the other side to create the letter C on the right. So just you are moving your tail from side to side, trying to meet the outer left shoulder with the left hip in the center. Of course, it's not going to get there. And then one more time to the other side. Don't forget to engage your abs while you're doing this. One last time from side to side. And then come over to the center. Now take one cat and cow regular. So inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, lift your tail. And as you exhale, push the floor and round your spine as much as you can. Tucking your tailbone in, creating a big dome in the back. And then come back to center. Draw the belly in. Now in the next ones, we're not going to use the entire spine like we were doing and doing this. We're going to try to just concentrate on your upper chest. So think of moving the heart up and down instead of your entire spine. Okay, so draw the belly in. You're going to keep your arms straight all the time. And you're going to try just to draw the heart down towards your mat. So very little movement in the spine. And as you exhale, push the floor away and draw that heart away from the ground. So it's much harder because your entire spine is not helping you to do this. Inhale, drop the heart through your arms without bending your elbows. Exhale, push the floor and lift the heart towards the sky. One more time. Drop the heart without arching the back. And as you exhale, lift that heart up towards the sky. And release. Now take your blocks or whatever props you're using. Place them in the front. So big, thick dictionaries or something like that, just make sure they're even. and place them about shoulder width apart. We're gonna come in with our elbows, and we're gonna lift, and we're gonna move the hips back, and we're gonna lift the arms up, maybe to the back of our skull, and you're gonna let the heart drop down towards the floor. It's an amazing stretch here for your thoracic spine. So try to release and not bring tension to your neck as you allow the heart to melt down. If you're not feeling it, you can walk your elbows forward and keep drawing your hips away from the elbows and melting the heart towards the earth. We're gonna stay here for 3 more deep breaths. I don't know about you, but I'm loving this. Let's give it 1 more breath. And then slowly come back. And maybe bring some circles, big circles to release this. Moving your hips in big, wide circles to one side and then the other, or move any way. Maybe you can move your hips and your upper chest in different directions. I know it's hard to do that, but just move any organic way that feels good to your body right now. And then come back into all fours. Another of my favorite stretch. So begin from bringing your hands a little bit forward, and then you're gonna bring your right arm to thread under. Your front hand's gonna come into your fingertips, and you're gonna try to bring your right shoulder towards the earth. Your hips are high. And breathe into that deep stretch of your right shoulder. One more breath. And then you're gonna press down your left hand to allow yourself to come halfway. And you're gonna cross that front hand, your left hand, all the way to the other side. So you have a big X in your hands. Try to keep your chin over the arm. And then bring your hips back towards a child pose. Maybe you can hug the outside of your shoulder blades. And try to release the neck here. Or leave your hands down. Just experiment how low your hips can come down. And then release back into all fours. Bring your hands a little bit forward. And we're gonna take it over to the other side. So left arm threads the needle over. Right hand comes into the fingertips, elbow points up, hips point up. And shoulder rests on the ground. If it doesn't get there, you might have to grab something to put underneath. Keep lifting that elbow up. Keep breathing into the stretch. Two more deep breaths. And then come halfway up and cross your arms, big cross. So try to walk the hands away from one another and then sit back in towards your heels. Or play around with it. You might have to stay a little bit higher. All depends on the shape of your body. Just try to find a place where you're feeling a nice stretch between your shoulder blades. Two more breaths. And slowly come up. You can leave your blanket if you need it. For padding, we're going to be very little more on the knees. I'm going to remove this. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. So again, you always have the option to stay in half dog here. If you have especially wrist injuries or it's just not available to you that pose yet. Otherwise, tuck your toes, lift your knees just a little bit, engaging the core. And then very slowly push back into downward facing dog. Walk your dog. One leg at a time. Heel comes down, opposite heel goes up, moving your tail from side to side. Finding any way that feels delicious for you to move into this pose. Get in there slowly. Keep your knees bent if you need to. But wherever you are, keep pushing your hands away. A lot of people come forward like that. That looks more like a high plank. Keep moving your body away from the hands and use your fingertips to grab down towards the earth. So not all the pressure goes into your wrist. And then bend your knees and keep pushing your hips back and up, straightening the spine. Try to keep your ears somewhere in line with your inner arms. And on the next breath, roll forward into your plank. Stay here or lower your knees. Engage your legs. Push the floor away. You want to keep that roundingness here of that space between your shoulder blades so you're not sinking in with your heart. You're lifting the heart up. Keep your chin from dropping behind, down towards the toes. Don't look towards the toes. Look in front of your mat for 2 more breaths. And then everyone come to your knees. Keep your elbows drawn in towards one another. Elbows are pointing back as you slowly, keeping your heart forward and open, slowly release down into the earth. Grab your belt, place it behind you. Put your forehead down into the mat. So grab the belt behind you. And on the next breath, inhale, just lift, small cobra. Try to rip your belt apart and try to avoid the shoulders from coming forward. Draw them back and down, away from your ears. Now, you're not coming very high, but finding here the place for the back of your neck to be happy. So you're not looking towards the sky. Energize your legs and then let go. Make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead for 2 breaths. And then come to Sphinx pose. So placing your forearms down, fingers are wide. Energize your arms towards the earth and drag those elbows back. Allow the heart to come forward. Watch the back of your neck. You don't want to end up tensing your neck while you do this. They're connected, so we're trying to open your upper chest, your thoracic spine, but we really want to keep the neck happy. So 2 more breaths. And then from here, I'm going to remove the belt, push back into 2 breaths in child pose. Keep it active if you want by keeping the arms forward. Or if you need a break, you always bring the hands behind you. It might be a good idea since we're going to be using the arms a lot. And then on the next breath, come up into your knees and bring the right leg up. On the next inhale, before you come up, just make sure that your knee is above your heel and that it's not coming in towards the midline, keeping it straight with your toes. Inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, cactus your hands to the side, elbows to the side, lift the chest without overarching the back. So keeping the tailbone slightly down, keeping your abdominals engaged. Just lift the heart, feel the spreading of the collarbone here. For 2 more breaths. And on the next exhale, we'll release down, push back into your plank, and hold for 5 breaths, either in your plank or your knees down. Wherever you are, chest is wide, arms are really energized. Two more breaths. Lower the knees if you haven't done so and bring your left leg forward. Check for your alignment on your leg. Draw the belly in. Feel a nice stretch on the front of your right hip flexor, and then inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, lift the heart, draw the shoulder blades in towards one another, bring the elbows to the side, keep lifting the heart. Keep drawing the belly in. It's not a huge back bend, it's more of a lifting of the chest. 2 more breaths. And on the next exhale, bring the hands down, push back into your dog or half dog. 2 more breaths here. And then coming to the front of your mat, I'm going to grab my blocks that are behind me and bring it to the front of my mat. So if you have them, use them. Remember, chairs make great props too. So bring one up. It's coming down. It's just not what feels right to you right now. Coming to a Tadasana pose, spreading your toes and your feet towards the earth, lifting your thighs up, drawing the belly in, and lifting upwards. Palms are facing forward, chest is open. Tailbone is down to avoid overarching your back, and take here 2 deep mindful breaths. On the next breath, we're going to inhale the arms up. You're going to grab the left wrist and lengthen it up. Lengthen, lengthen from both sides of your body. And as you exhale, bend over to the right. Breathing to the left side of your body as you keep grounding the feet down and lifting through the arm. And exhale, bring it back up. Release the hands, lift, switch hands, grab your right wrist with your left and lengthen it first. And as you exhale, bend over to the left. Chest is wide and open. Keep pressing both feet into the ground. And then come back up. Open your arms wide. Bend your knees and come down with an open chest and straight back all the way down to your chair, to your block, to the floor, and release here the back. Bending your knees, draping your torso over, and allow 2 breaths to help you release the back of the neck. On the next breath, inhale into a straight spine, so coming to your fingertips maybe on the block or on the chair. And this is a very active pose. We are activating our feet down towards the earth. We are lengthening the back of the legs. You can keep the knees bent here, lifting the sit bones and trying to straighten the back into a tabletop position. The crown of the head is facing forward and feel the back muscles engage here, working to keep you lifted. One more breath. And as you exhale, release and fold forward. Grab your belt and slowly come up, lifting your belly in towards the spine. Roll 1 vertebra at a time. Bring your shoulders to your ears, roll them up, and big circle back and down. All right. So grab your strap or whatever you improvised. I see everyone getting very creative these days, not only on the mat, but doing really creative stuff, so keep that going. And we're gonna bring the belt pretty wide at first. You can always move your hands to adjust. We're gonna inhale all the way up towards the sky. When you come here, try not to do this, lifting the ribs, sticking them out and overarching, but try to keep it on the upper chest. So inhale without too much movement of the back, just lifting the chest. And as you exhale, you return it down slowly. Hold it really firm, like you're trying to rip it apart. Again, inhale, take it slow, belly's in. Expand your chest and your lungs, and as you exhale, release it back slowly. Inhaling it one more time, and stay here. As you exhale, you're going to take just a little bit, few inches back. Stay there, inhale. Exhale, a few inches lower. Inhale, a few inches lower. You might be now reaching your sweet spot where it's really, really intense. So watch it, be mindful as we continue all the way down. So every breath, every inhale, we come to a stillness. Every exhale, we release a little bit. One more here, inhale. Exhale all the way back. I know you're feeling this. And now we're gonna come back up the same way. Now, inhale, move it up. We're gonna do it reverse. Exhale, just stay. Inhale, move it up. You're not locking your elbows. Release, inhale, a little bit higher. Ooh, you might have reached that sweet spot. That's intense. Keep your belly in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, a few inches brings you up. And then exhale. Ooh. Move it up. Shake it, shake it. Shake the whole body. No one's watching you, so have fun with it. All right, the next one, we're gonna go circles all around the world. So we're gonna start by bringing the right arm over the left, and then both arms go back and straight. Watch your belly that you're not popping it forward. Tailbone down, and open over. Inhale, big circle, back, right, forward. Maybe you can spit it so it's a little faster. Come to the center, take it over to the other side. So right arm, left arm to the right, back. Watch your belly. Sit bones stay down. Take it over, maybe faster. And release. Ooh. Okay. Everyone feeling it? Yes, I hear you. Take your scarf or your belt, whatever you're holding, and wrap it around your wrist, and then hold it with your hand. And we're gonna bring it up straight along the ear and bend the elbow. Now the elbow's gonna wanna maybe move out to the side. You're not gonna let it. So with your left hand, take the elbow, bring it as high as you can. It doesn't matter if it's all the way up, it can be lower, but just try not to open the elbow to the side. Belly stays in. So wherever that elbow is, it's just along the side of your ear. And then the left hand will go behind, we'll grab the belt. Of course, if you have a lot of flexibility in this area, you might not even need the belt, but it doesn't matter how many years I practice. This is my tight area. So I'm okay being like this. And try not to let these shoulder, the left shoulder come forward. It's gonna wanna do that. So draw the shoulder back and down. Keep lifting the belly in. And you should be feeling it mostly on the front of your left shoulder. And try to rest the back of your head into the back arm, into your forearm. That might take away some of the tension of the neck. If you're feeling pain in the neck, just make the space wider, lower the back hand. 2 more breaths. And release and shake it up. Shake it, have some fun. And switch over to the other side. So grab it, bring the arm all the way up, bending the elbow, grab your hand, lift it, keep the head and the upper arm connected, and take the right arm, bring it behind you, grab it wherever it's appropriate, and right away, draw that right front of the shoulder back. Try to rest the back of your skull into the upper arm, and take a couple of deep breaths. Watch your low back, that it's not overarching. Two more breaths. And release. Okay, we're gonna come into a warrior 2. So I'm gonna start with my right foot forward. My toes are facing the same direction as the knee. Don't allow the knee to come in, out. Make it as wide as it is possible for you to allow your hips to descend, okay? So again, spreading the space between the thighs, and the back foot should be in line with the short edge of your mat. You can even turn your toes slightly forward, and then bring the belt in front of you and up. And we're gonna move, keeping the chest up. If this is too much already for your shoulders, release the strap, bring your hands down. So as we inhale, we're gonna keep it here high and straight, straighten the front knee. And as we exhale, we're gonna bend the knee, bend the elbows, and bring the belt behind us. Inhale, straighten everything. Exhale, rebend. I'm gonna shorten my belt, so adjust to what's appropriate for you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, try to rip that belt apart. Exhale, and then you'll start feeling your arms maybe shaking. One last time. Stay in your warrior two. Extend the arms up and take a reverse warrior with the belt extended. You're not going to go too far, but keep trying to press and rip that belt apart. Open your chest here. Watch your neck. Keep it happy. And release. Lower the hands. Roll the shoulders back and forward. And let's go over to the other side. Left toes come out. Watch that your front heel is in line with the arch or with your heel. Widen your strand. Keep your knee from coming inwards. And come into your warrior two. Inhaling as you straighten both your arms and your knee. And as we exhale, you come down into warrior two. You press those shoulder blades in as you bend the elbows down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Don't let your belly come out. Inhale, exhale, bend. Squeeze that belt apart. Inhale, exhale, stay in your warrior two. Lift your arms up and reverse your warrior. Open your chest. And inhale it up. Bring both toes towards one another. And we're going to release this tension by coming down. I know we're working hard on the shoulders. So let's come up. Let's come down into the ground. If you have your belt, your blocks, bring them. So they're right underneath you. And for 3 breaths, I want you to just bend your elbows and release. Maybe your head can rest on the blocks or on a chair, or maybe you're just here. Wherever it is, it's okay. Be all right with it. And take 3 more breaths here. Feeling the nice stretch in the back of your legs. Your sit bones are up. Feel a nice release through your spine. And on the next breath, come up into your blocks. You're going to keep the left hand on the left block. And you're going to open the right arm towards the sky. If you don't have blocks, use a chair. Or if you have a lot of flexibility, you can go without. Open the chest. So you're trying to get the left side of your chest all the way over to the right. It's okay if your hips come a little bit with you. And then exhale, come down. Other hand, right arm presses the block, and left arm comes up all the way. Now, if this is already, you've had too much on your shoulders, keep your hand on your waist and just open it up here. Try to bring the right side of the chest towards the left side. And release down. One last time on each side. Inhale. Lift and turn. Exhale, release. Inhale, open it up. Lift and last side. Exhale, release. Bring the toes in. Sit on your goddess squat here. Just activating the leg, bringing your hands to the heart. Go up a little bit, down a little bit. We don't want to forget the legs. Up and down, activating, engaging your thighs here. Sit bones are looking down, up and down, keeping the chest wide. And come all the way up for our balancing pose, tree pose. I just love this pose. It really works on everything, on balance, stability, learning how to be calm in a difficult situation. It just has a lot of benefits. So again, we can do many levels. You can keep it here. You can go higher and higher. Choose any place that is correct for you, just not on your knee. Keep the knee open, keep the belly in and up. Keep lifting. And I'm gonna ask you to open your arms like you're holding some drinks on each side to keep the chest lifted. And if you fall out of this pose, is totally fine, jump right back in. The way to make a stronger connection for stability is to really ground your foot towards the earth and then pressing the foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot creates a really nice connection. And of course, keeping your belly in and engaged. Chest is open. You have here your trays with your drinks, offering them out to whoever might need one, but only one. And bring the hands to the heart, bring your knee forward, and slowly release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Other side. Grounding through the right foot. Open the knee first. And find the place that's appropriate. Make that connection with your foot and your inner thigh. Ground through the floor, through the earth. Draw the belly in and up. Widen your collarbone. And open your arms to the side. You have an option to hold the elbow to elbow behind you. It might make you a little rocky. And come back into all those areas where you're pressing and engaging, keeping your gaze in one spot that doesn't move. Lift the belly in and up. One more breath. And then bring that knee forward, lower it down. And let's take an Utkatasana pose, chair. Sit back, hinging from the hip. Imagine a chair behind you. And we've had the arms already. We've worked them a lot, so keep the hands on your heart. Let's take a twist over to the right. You can keep it high to keep with the subject of expanding the chest. Or if you need more of a spinal twist, then come all the way to the outside of your thigh and open here the chest. You're still opening the chest, so you're not collapsing wherever you are. This is just a deeper one. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale it halfway. And then lower the feet. Come to the hands on the head, on the heart, in front of the heart. And then decide either Keep your twist high. Keep expanding the chest, or come a little bit lower. Wrap your elbow to the outside of your left leg and open your chest here. One more deep breath. And then exhale it down. Inhale, halfway lengthens you. Exhale, fold. Lift your heels and begin to lower your booty down towards your heels. Pressing those knees towards one another. Bring your hands to your heart. Keep the chest open. Keep squeezing your legs towards one another. And then come all the way down to your back. You have deserved this. So come all the way to your back. Bend your knees. Put your knees together and walk your feet apart. Placing one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And I invite you to take 3 deep breaths. And try to feel the breath underneath your hands, in your chest, in your belly. And then release. And then we're gonna keep the knees apart and you're gonna move those knees from side to side. So both knees come out to the right, keeping the space, maybe the mat width apart, that's where your feet are. And just move your knees from side to side. Two more times. Come back up. We're gonna take 3 bridges up and down with the movement with the arms, or if you've had enough, just don't use the arms, keep them here. So inhale, if you have a ponytail, it is important to take it off when you come up, so there's nothing bothering you behind your skull. So inhale, lift, arms come up and over, lifting the hips up. Exhale, returning hips and hands at the same time. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale, come all the way down. We're gonna take one hip opener since we did not do much of hips today. Take the left ankle over the right knee. Bring your right side towards you. Interlace the hands behind it. And with your left elbow, encourage that thigh to move away from your body as you bring the right thigh towards you. And then release the neck and shoulders. So it doesn't need to be your deepest line. You can also stay down on the ground and just open it. Again, always encouraging people to be in tune with your body, so you don't end up yourself in an injury or causing more stress. And that is what the practice of yoga is. Over and over, you repeat the same things over and over, and each time you bring a little bit more curiosity. You're in tune a lot more as you practice, and you can really listen and understand what your body needs. This is why it's such a beautiful practice. Release and switch legs. So now your right ankle is over the left thigh, your right shoulder, your right elbow is moving that right knee away from the body, keeping your neck happy here. Remember, you always will have something in case you need support at the back of the head. Take 2 more breaths. And then release, and just a quick spinal twist. So bring the knees in, let them roll over to the left, and open your hand, maybe in a cactus or straight. Try to keep the shoulder down if you can on the ground. And then with your belly, draw those knees in and take a twist over to the other side, bringing your gaze towards the left as your knees point towards the right. You can hold the top of your left thigh with your hand. And let's take 3 more breaths. And with your belly, bring those knees in, hold both knees into the chest, rock from side to side. And we'll prepare for Shavasana. As always, you're encouraged to stay here a lot longer. For the sake of our time, I'm going to take a short Shavasana. Allow your feet to roll out, palms face up. Try to feel your shoulder blade down into the mat. And begin to let go as you return your awareness into your body. Observing those places on your body that are making contact with the earth, as well as the empty spaces that are lifted away from the earth. Let your body melt towards the ground. Let whatever tension you might be holding in your head, around your mouth, your teeth, your jaw, let it go. Let the shoulders relax back into the mat. Let the weight of your hips be heavy onto the mat. Feel the back of your legs and the heels relaxing into the ground. Your body and your mind are relaxed. And become aware of your breath. Bring some movement to your toes and your fingers. And slowly begin to draw one knee at a time towards your chest. Hugging both knees in. And allow your body to roll slowly over to the right. Keeping your eyes closed if you can. Rolling on to the right side. Take a couple of breaths here. Allowing your body to process the benefits of your practice. And then you're going to make your way up to a seated position, moving slowly. Gaze is soft. Finding a comfortable seated position. Closing our eyes. Let's take 2 more breaths together. Now your next in breath, bring your arms all the way up, let the palms touch. And as you exhale, slowly release the hands to the heart. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.